Well, we're reaching the end of the road. In our last recorded lecture, we'll be looking at your personal learning plan, the final assignment due week 5, applying course materials, and trying to deal with stress, eustress, and resiliency. Let's begin our last lecture with, fittingly, comments of the Apostle Paul on the race of faith. Do you not know that in a race the runners all compete, but only one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you may win it. Athletes exercise self-control. They do it to receive a perishable garland, but we an imperishable one. So I do not run aimlessly, nor do I box as though beating the air, but I punish my body and enslave it, so that after proclaiming to others, I myself should not be disqualified. We run to finish the race. And in our context, we're talking about two races. First, the college learning program that you're entering. This is a long race to run with many challenges ahead. You can finish that race with perseverance, with willpower, and with change and learning strategies, which leads to completing our course. We do that in the personal learning plan assignment. In your personal learning plan, you'll be looking back, reviewing themes of the course and selecting ones that really seem important for you as an individual. And you'll look forward, how to apply these to your college journey, formulating a plan for success, identifying specific strategies, and composing an essay of about 5 pages. Warning! You cannot cover the entire course in 5 pages. Be selective. Choose, 5, 6 key points that have helped you and focus sharply on them, discussing them with details and specific applications. You'll see that the guidelines document calls for you to address 4 key themes. First, your goals in returning to school. Second, what you've learned about yourself as a learner, strengths, challenges, preferences. Then some learning strategies to enhance your success as an individual, and how to fit college learning into your daily life. The first theme engages learning goals, and obviously we think long-term about career and life goals and programs and degrees. But don't forget to think short-term. How do you practically use goals in your life, in work, family, and studies? How can you set short-term goals to help you manage life and the added stress of studies? In the second theme, think of yourself as a learner, an individual learner. What have you learned about yourself? What have you learned about how you achieve goals and affect change? For example, learning styles. When you think about learning effectively, how should you think about yourself? What are your strengths and challenges? What challenges and obstacles do you think you might face? Out of all this will grow your learning strategies. How will you capitalize on your strengths and address your challenges and obstacles? Consider, for example, attention spans. Some people find it natural to focus on one thing for long periods of time. If so, how might people like that organize a work week to take advantage? But others struggle to sustain concentration, and yet Siebert and Carr offer scheduling strategies to deal with this. No two learners share the same learning personality, therefore no learning strategy works for everyone. What will work for you? This is a moment to think about Source 5 as discussed by Patterson and his colleagues. Invert the economy. You set goals and you establish rewards that motivate you to fulfill them. Carrots and loss of carrots. Loss aversion. Moderate incentives. Small wins. How can you form an economy of life that helps achieve goals using these strategies? Theme 4 could be one of the most practical of all. How will college learning fit into your life? What adjustments will you need to make? Obviously, managing your time is one issue here. What are your preferences? For example, are you the kind of person who thrives by making to-do lists, or are you the kind of person who finds them burdensome and counterproductive? How about daily and weekly schedules? Where are the moments when you can do your schoolwork and fit your work schedule and family needs? But don't forget seasonal considerations. Are there busy and slack periods at work or in your family? How can you strategically adjust your classwork? Almost everyone thinks of time issues, but what about place? Siebert and Carr talk about the importance of location. How are you as an individual affected by environmental conditions, noise, activity, distractions? What environment options do you have? Places you can focus, computer network options. Think through the places and the conditions under which you will study. You'll notice that for Patterson and his colleagues, controlling space is a very important source 6. They talk about building fences, managing distance, changing cues, engaging autopilot, and using tools. What control strategies will help you manage the physicality of your world? Now, we've mentioned goals, but goals affect all kinds of things we do. Find a balance that's fair to the dimensions of your life: college, work, family, friends, and community. Think it through. What can you realistically manage? What are your priorities? How can you make fair choices? Be sure to make room for health, for relaxation, for joy, for the people you love. College can be done, but it probably won't be easy. You will encounter obstacles, for example, with your family. Your schoolwork will affect them. Conflicts can arise. School tensions can be multiplied by personal stress. Siebert and Carr offer some very important distinctions between stress, challenging and demanding conditions, eustress, challenges that lead to positive effects, and strain, unrelieved, debilitating stress. You will experience stress and strain. The question is, how will you handle them? How we handle stress is dependent on our resiliency. Siebert and Carr say that highly resilient people respond to adversity by learning and coping. To remain healthy and cope well, we must be able to deal with unexpected challenges. Everyone, say Siebert and Carr, is born with the capacity to do what? To handle stress? No, to develop resiliency. You can increase your resiliency. You can optimize health and well-being. You can develop problem-solving skills, strong inner selves, and excellent resiliency skills in general, and develop a talent for serendipity. Increase your ability to handle stress by increasing your resiliency. Siebert and Carr offer some strategies for doing this. They talk about strengthening your self-confidence and your self-concept by cultivating curiosity, learning to be more adaptable and flexible, practicing intuition and empathy, and converting misfortune into good fortune. Perhaps the best way to thrive in adversity is to find support. We seek support, but we also need to be fair to those who support us. We need to include family and friends to create a feeling of we are going to college. They need to know that they're still a top priority. They need to receive good quality time. Good personal relationships are an essential success foundation. How can you find balance in your relationship life? Your personal learning plan. Hopefully, it's a map leading to success in school for your idiosyncratic self. Compose it in a Word document and submit it to the Moodle submission tool. To wrap up, let's return to the Apostle Paul in Philippians chapter 1. I thank my God every time I remember you, constantly praying with joy in every one of my prayers for all of you. Because of your sharing in the gospel from the first day until now, I'm confident that the one who began a good work among you will bring it to completion by the day of Jesus Christ. May God grant you grace, perseverance, and strength to finish your college race.